breaking news coming from Andrew Lopez. The New Orleans Pelicans and second round pick Antonio Reeves have agreed on a 3-year deal. That third year is a team option. We're going to talk a little bit about what he can bring to this team. Let's do it.
First took away. Yes, with this. Get your money's worth now.
Make sure you smash that like button. As always, presented to you by the Scott Vickner Injury Law Firm. So we talked about this the last couple of weeks, but we figured that Antonio Reeves would take that last roster spot for the Pelicans. It makes a bunch of sense. It's a team-friendly deal. He's a second-round pick. He's going to be cheap. What I did like from Antonio Reeves, or what I liked from Summer League over the last 5 games, is I do think that he can help at an NBA level. I don't think he's a terrible defender. I think he's average at best, but he's not going to hurt you. Obviously, he can shoot the hell out of the basketball. He was one of the best shooters in college. In Summer League, I don't take too much from Summer League because Antonio Reeves is not going to be playing a lot of minutes with like, the forwards of the world, and no disrespect to those guys, but he's going to be playing with Brandon Ingram and Zion Williamson and CJ McCollum and Trey Murphy and so on and so forth. And those guys are going to unlock what Antonio Reeves can bring to this team, and that's shooting. You saw it a little bit in Summer League, but watching Antonio Reeves over the last 5 games, when coming into Summer League, out of Kentucky, he could shoot the hell out of the basketball, and that's all I thought he was. I think he's more than just a shooter. I think he's really crafty. He's got a decent handle, but he's got a nice little hesitation, a little crossover. You saw multiple times him finishing at the rim. He had a couple floaters. He had a couple pull-ups. So I like his game a lot. Am I saying that he's going to be playing day one? No. But what I am saying is that if there are injuries, if someone is struggling, if we need a change of pace, I think Antonio Reeves can give you that. You're looking at probably 7-10 minutes a night, but he can be productive in those 7 or 10 minutes. He obviously brings shooting. Defensively, he's fine. I don't think defensively he's going to hurt you that bad. So thinking about, head coach Willie Green and what he really prioritizes is defense, right? And if you can be solid defensively, well, you're going to play. I think Antonio Reeves fills that role. I think Antonio Reeves will be just fine defensively. He's a 4-year guy. You know how Willie Green likes 4-year guys. Jose Alvarado's a 4-year guy. Herb Jones was a 4-year guy. Trey Murphy was a 3-year guy, even though, we're still getting there. But he likes almost college veterans, is what you would say. Antonio Reeves fits that bill. So I'm really interested to see how Antonio Reeves can impact this team. Who knows? Maybe he just doesn't impact at all. But what I'm saying, though, is that I don't mind this move because I do think that he brings a skill set to this team that's needed. I'm really interested to see, will Antonio Reeves share the floor with Zion Williamson or CJ McCollum or Brandon Ingram? Because I think you put that guy in the corner, I mean, he can shoot the hell out of the basketball. He's going to be on the scouting report hey, you can't let him shoot. It's kind of like a Trey Murphy or even a CJ McCollum. And so that puts just a little more pressure on the defense. It puts a little more pressure on the coaching staff preparing for, when you got to play the Pelicans and who you need to guard. And I think Antonio Reeves can fill that role. So I really don't mind this signing at all. It fills out the roster. So this is your last basically free agent signing. Unless there's a Brandon Ingram trade, this is it. This is your roster. You got at the center position, the center position is Tice, JRE, Missy, and Carlo. Guards, you have CJ, Jose, Hawkins, DeJounte, and then you obviously have your forwards of Brandon Ingram. You got Zion Williamson, you got JRE, Matt Ryan. I'm sure I'm forgetting somebody else, but y'all can fill that blank in for me. But that's going to be it. Most likely that's the offseason, unless Brandon Ingram is traded. Obviously, that's the huge question mark. We don't know what's going to happen there. If I had to bet, I think that Brandon Ingram is on this Pelicans roster coming October. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm right. We'll see. Make sure you smash the like button, comment. Love to hear your thoughts on Antonio Reeves. Chris and Lito are going live tonight talking about Zion Williamson and his rebounding and if he can play the center position. Also, we went live last night. Make sure you check out that show. And as always, presented by Crystal Hot Sauce and the Scott Vickner Injury Law Firm. Appreciate y'all. We'll see y'all later tonight.